Jackass as a franchise is one that killed at least one person via Ryan Dunn, ruined lives like in Bam Margera, and caused others of the main cast to walk away because of what the show did to them.
And you not doing exactly what he wants, when he wants, the way he wants, then you're being stubborn. You need to redefine this relationship in treating each other with dignity and respect.
Just in filming the fourth movie, Johnny Knoxville almost died in a stunt with a bull, and things went so wrong behind the scenes that Margera is suing them. That all points to a truth that many don't want to admit, that this franchise should have never gotten as it did. By leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. It's absolutely a tough time to be Bam Margera, because it seems like this is a time when everything is starting to hit the fan and he's just trying to keep his head above the waters that are trying to drown him. His former job has left him physically and mentally hurt, and when he tried to go back to that job, they apparently did things to him that were illegal, and now he's suing them for it. And if that wasn't enough, his wife apparently wants to go and take his son from him, Knoxville, and director Spike Jonze, alleging that he was wrongfully fired from the upcoming fourth installment of the Jackass film franchise.
It's like when I told her, don't text me, don't call me, you broke the rule. Bing, what rule? You come barging in.
Margera, one of the stars of the original TV series and the subsequent films, was fired last fall after allegedly testing positive for Adderall, violating the terms of a wellness agreement he signed with the film's producers, which we'll get more on that in a second. Margera has been in and out of rehab several times over the last decade. According to his lawsuit, Jonze, director Jeff Tremaine, and Knoxville coerced him into signing the wellness agreement while he was in rehab in 2019, and said that if he didn't, he would be excluded from Jackass forever. The suit claims that he signed the agreement without being given the chance to run it by an attorney, and Margera on a downward spiral that left him even more dependent on alcohol. Margera's addiction and mental health troubles caused a rift between him and his family, hurt his career, and affected his involvement in the Jackass franchise, which obviously brings us to now where he's suing his former friends because of their treatment of him before the fourth movie.
After your mental breakdown,
I said I don't want to talk
dropped
to you.
off
If
there.
I'm hungry, I'll
Hey,
eat.
you know what? I didn't even come in the house to talk to you. How about that?
Yes, you did.
Let me stop this because I have two things to say.
Margera appeared on the first episode of the Jackass MTV series in October 2000. He was an integral part of the series as well as the movies. He became a fan favorite and went on to have great success with his own spin-off series, Viva La Bam and Bam's Unholy Union, 2000s, by introducing Jackass to the world. The beloved, at the time, cast included Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Ryan Dunn, Jason Weeman-Acuna, and others. Knoxville, Spike Jonze, and Jeff Tremaine were the brains behind the reality comedy series. Jackass combined the sensibilities of boundary-pushing skateboard magazine Big Brother's videos with the antics chronicled in CKY.
Okay, well.
What do you mean, okay? You showed up to the castle, and then I went mental, even crazier than the other one. You want to see me go down in flames.
The video series Margera and his circle of friends introduced in 1999. Fans tuned in to watch the cast of 9 performing outrageous stunts and pranks on each other, while seemingly having a blast together. The controversial show ran for 3 seasons on MTV between October 2000 and February 2002, and was often criticized for promoting dangerous acts and behavior. The hit show inspired countless spin-offs, including Viva La Bam, Bam's Unholy Union, Homewrecker, Wild Boys, and Dr. Steve-O, as well as 5 feature films, including Jackass the movie. The agreement required regular drug and alcohol tests, as well as a prescription regimen, according to the suit. The suit alleges that Margera was fired after testing positive for Adderall, even though he's taken Adderall by prescription for 10 years.
You don't listen, you don't follow rules. I don't want to see you, talk to you, or anything you. I want you to leave me alone.
The suit likens Margera's treatment to Britney Spears' conservatorship case, alleging that he has been victimized as a result of his mental health issues. Paramount's inhumane treatment of Margera cannot be countenanced, the suit states. Margera was made to endure psychological torture in the form of a sham wellness agreement and then ultimately terminated for his protected class status due to his medical condition and his complaints about defendants' discriminatory conduct towards him. This is definitely not the kind of lawsuit you'd see attached to a show/movie series like Jackass. But if you look at the history of the show, you'll see that this kind of abuse was literally there for all to see, and we're just experiencing the yet not unlike many who have been on Jackass in the past, the show affected him a lot, not the least of which was when they lost one of their own. Number 2, where Bam goes from here. There's honestly a lot going on with this lawsuit as a whole. But at the center of it is a man who went from feeling welcomed and loved by his friends to suing them because he believes he was betrayed by them. It's very easy to look at this situation in Bam's history and see how he is just blaming others for what happened to him. But is it really that simple?
You said, I just came to bring you food.
Because he hasn't eaten.
Well, but the point is, he wanted to be alone. And you decided to just completely ignore that and bring him food. So
here's a man who just wanted to go and be back with his friends and do the show that they together helped make famous. And yet for various reasons that honestly boggles the mind when you consider how the show started, he was tricked into rehab that didn't work and then cut from the show. So even if Bam was to get this victory in court, you honestly have to wonder how it would affect him overall, asking for custody of their 3-year-old son, but hasn't pulled the trigger on ending the couple's marriage. According to court records, Nicole Boyd filed docs Wednesday in Los Angeles seeking full custody of their child, Phoenix Wolf. She's willing to give Bam visitation, but only with a monitor, whom he can select, but she must approve. It's interesting, you usually see child custody issues attached to a divorce, but Nicole made custody a standalone.
She either thinks I'm on too many of my Adderalls, so she looks at my eyes to see if she's like an FBI agent and a good detective, or she thinks that I somehow, some way track down meth.
She did not file a divorce petition to end their 8-year marriage. So why do this? Well, it's likely because she sees that Bam isn't 100% right now, and that this thing with his crew that we're about to discuss is going to affect him heavily. So it's possible that she feels that their son is safest with her at present due to how everything is going down, and is likely to go down in the near future. In many ways, this is a clear-cut case of a mother just trying to protect her son, especially when the father is in a very dark place due to very recent events that are still pouring out for all.